Let's just see how long it takes today. If we're gonna get some Facebook love happening. It looks like we might. Okay, it looks like I'm live. Good morning and welcome to Wednesday, the 22nd of October. I actually feel quite confident about today actually working, so I hope there are people around. You haven't left me in droves. I'd like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land where it is raining. I haven't been outside, but it's raining. So there we go. I know. So you poor people in Sydney that are struggling with a heat wave at the moment, please stay cool and hydrated. All right. So as I was saying, we do have the moon in Scorpio right now. So this means we have Mercury, Mars, the moon, and also Lilith in Scorpio today. So actually, let me just double check to see as whether Lilith has gone back into Libra or not. No, she's at 22. Oh, she's sitting on my sun right now. Oh, there we go. So, actually, it doesn't look like it's working. Let's have a look, see if I've got any people here. Hello, Christy. Good morning, Paulette. How are you? Thank you for joining me. All right. I just have to, you know what? Anybody got any ideas or suggestions? Please send them through because I'm really getting over the fact that this is just not functioning as it was, and I'm wondering whether this is the universe pushing me to look into new ways of delivering my service. So anyway, there's that. All right, so the moon's not doing a whole lot today. I've got it as trine Hygieia, but then I mean, I've been saying to you for a while, I put things in and out as I feel them. Yeah, I just don't feel like Hygieia is at her strongest right now. I think Lilith is the main goddess that I'm working with right now. However, Hygieia does say, look after yourself. All right. So the moon in Scorpio is trine Hygieia. So going with that, maybe this is making sure that you are looking after your hormones. All right. Moon's in Scorpio, so I think reproductive system, lower bowel, excretion, yeah, just, menstrual problems because Mars is blood, obviously, Scorpio, reproductive system. So just be careful of that one. Now, the sun is doing a couple of things that are a little bit more difficult. All right, so the sun is in conjunct Uranus. All right, so the sun in Libra at the very last degrees. We had that big Libra new moon last night. So there might have been realizations around your partnerships. And today, with the sun in conjunct Uranus and Neptune, all right, there might be awarenesses, all right, so Uranus in Gemini retrograde, all right, so Libra, partnerships, how we think about things, all right, there's a deliberate adjustment needed. Same with Neptune almost going back into, Neptune goes into Pisces at 8:50 this evening, all right, so it moves from that Mars-based sign in Aries, Neptune, our beliefs and things, that whole spiritual perspective stuff. And then it moves back into Pisces. All right. So be aware that you may feel like you are drowning in it. All right. So just all of those feels and situations where you want to escape reality might come back into your world. All right. Good morning, Helen. I know it seems to be working. Good morning, Karen. How are you? Good morning, Linda. Hello, Deb. Good morning, Julie. How are you? Yeah, I know. You know what? It's working to a degree, and I'll take that. All right. So yeah. So and the moon and the sun is also square to Pluto. All right, so with all of these adjustments in a belief, our perspective where we need to escape reality, we're looking at our relationships and we could have the fucking too hard basket and we just want to like get out of here. All right, so that's square to Pluto. All right, so Pluto being in Aquarius, we and the sun being actually does the sun moves into Scorpio when it's exactly square, but it's still square now, but it's out of sign. So, so we're looking at, again, we're just looking at our relationships, guys, and so the truth of the hard truth is what is in our face. All right. So we're seeing things for what they are, for where we got them from, for how they came to be, and that makes us want to run away. All right. It's like, I don't want to do that anymore. So when Neptune moves back into Pisces this evening, all right, I think that's all the way through till January when it moves back into Aries for good. All right, so it's and especially with Saturn there, like this is, we've been doing the work for such a long time. All right, this is the last bit where we've got to like really dig in the dirt. All right, so now I will read the words. All right, so what may have been a hard realization yesterday has turned into a silver lining today. All right. So you have to still you still have to work at it though and keep digging through the depths for more glimmers of personal treasures. Try reframing old thoughts and see them from the new perspective of the wiser you. All right. Look, most of us are after 40, or I'm tending to see people that are in their like late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. All right, so Gen X generally, and we're still trying to figure our shit out. So here we are with all of these things in our face that are not ours to. Okay, so the moon's in Scorpio. All right, so we're obviously going to be feeling some deep, tricky feelings. However, when you pair it up with the fact that we are making adjustments to our thinking, we're looking at our tendencies, whether we want to escape reality, or do we actually believe in these things? Is it real? All right, is the trajectory that you have been on so far your reality, or is it someone else's reality, and you just need to make those connections so that you can then adjust your perspective? There's that sun in conjunct Uranus and Neptune, and then the square to Pluto. All right, so these might be hard, grating realities, but they have their own value. All right, hence the digging around in the, and we really are. We're really digging around in the last bit of gunk. All right, once Neptune and Saturn move out of Pisces, that is the new cycle started. All right, so I did this yesterday. It's about I think it's around January 6th, maybe, that Neptune and Saturn meet exactly at 00 Aries. All right. So, these last 2 months of the year, because we're at the 22nd of October right now. So there's only like 9 weeks of the year left. Like there's 8 weeks till Christmas. You know what I mean? So there's lots of things unfolding, but you are doing amazing. All right. So where you are at right now and all these tricky things that you're seeing in your life, you are exactly in the right spot. All right. Look at them from a different perspective. Reframe the things that you are looking at in your life. And in the perspective, I was given these. I can choose. Is this something that is of value to me? Is this something that I believe in? All right, you can choose to work through it and get yourself onto a different path. Right, there's that North Node in Pisces. What are you intuitively being drawn to? What are you spiritually connected with? Where are you overcritical with yourself? That South Node in Virgo. Yes, we are also being told to make sure that we're looking after ourselves. All right. Any of your medical issues that you've been letting go for a long time, now is the time to do it. Right? That South Node is going through Virgo. It's specifically the time to make sure that you are on top of all of the things. All right, so there's that. Now, what else? I'll just click the button again, just so that I can be updated. Hey, good morning, Louise. All right, so yeah, Mercury is trine Jupiter Saturn. I like this. Again, going back to, okay, all right, sorry, all right. This is a very emotionally charged time. However, you are intellectually connected to it, all right? So you're getting the picture, all right? All of the things are making sense, all right? So I love this for everyone. Venus, not doing anything, not talking to anyone, observing. All right. She's being a regal queen in her favorite palace, and she's doing the silent observation. All right. She's in the room. She's not talking to anyone. So she's got her judgy McJudge pants on and um, very much just gathering information so that she can weigh it up properly. All right. So there, she's in Libra, the sun's in Libra. So maybe this is something that we need to be doing. Just quietly observing your environment. All right. Don't freak out and make harsh judgments. Mercury still conjunct Mars. It is on the other side. All right. They're not having a direct fight, but Mercury's like, prick. He's still in that orb where they've had a few words. Maybe I've been using that very strategic analogy of Mercury and Mars in the war room with the chess set. Maybe not giving each other angry words, but it's very intense conversation. All right, so now Mercury has been sent off on a quest. All right, so he is going to move all the way to 6 degrees of Sagittarius and go retrograde. So we've got a retrograde coming very soon, all right? I think it's at the beginning of November. We have a retrograde. I don't even have it on the right no, I have it on the right month, so I can't confirm. I will confirm that later on. However, I do know that Mercury goes back to 22 degrees of Scorpio. So currently it is at 21 degrees of Scorpio. There we go. So from this point onwards, or maybe tomorrow, Mercury is going to be in shadow. All right. So I love the way this unfolds. I did not even think about this, but I do know that where it's okay. So from tomorrow onwards, the thing that Mercury is dealing with will be revisited. All right. So maybe if you have court cases, or if you're doing research, or if you're considering some train of thought, it will revisit that point at like during the retrograde. So we've got Mercury in Scorpio and Sag as the retrograde. So just consider that, say so from tomorrow onwards, those cognitive things will likely be revisited during the retrograde. All right, so that's pretty much it. Yay! Let's do a Scorpio card. All right, because tomorrow at 2:50 p.m. the sun moves into Scorpio. Yay! Oh my god, I'm so excited. I was saying to Mick last night, like, obviously, Scorpio season is tricky and intense, and I've noticed how much I have been different in the last couple of weeks. Obviously, I had my exams, but my planets are in Scorpio. I'm in that really deep, intense, thorough, questioning place. So same for you guys, like any Scorpio placements, they're excited because there's going to be some sort of return, all right? Like a solar return, a Mercury return, Mars return. You know what I mean? So if you're ever questioning, why am I like this at the moment? Blame the stars. Like seriously, blame the stars. So, all right, let me just. Which card is going to be perfect? This one. Ooh, courage. I love that. All right, so this is card number 30. Let me just grab my glasses. All right, card number 30. I found my old glasses as well. So I'm back to them. I think it was the day I handed in my essay. I found my glasses. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. All right, so card number 30, courage. All right, courage requires you to fearlessly stride ahead despite the challenges that you are experiencing. Whether you are afraid of success or failure, you cannot stay where you are. You need to make a decision and move forward with belief, trust, and boldness. Give it your all, no matter the outcome. Despite what you have been telling yourself, you are ready for a new adventure and another chance to prove that you have what it takes to face life's challenges. Stop investing in limitation, lack, and dysfunction. Every blessing has a challenge, and every challenge contains a blessing. You are ready to explore both. Whilst there may be difficult moments ahead, keep positive and believe that everything is going to work out for your absolute best. You are being asked to gather the courage to be who you truly are and stand strong in your convictions. All right. So it just says as the action to make a list of any challenges that you can perceive that might be coming your way so that you can tackle them maybe in logical order, maybe the fact that when you write things down you can see them for what they are, not what fear perceives them to be, if that makes sense. Like when you actually rationally look at a fear, sometimes it's just, again, it's just a fear. It's a giant dust bunny. It's not the boogeyman. So how does that feel for everybody? Oh, so nice to actually just be here and chatting without getting kicked out. Good morning, Susan. That's it. Just breathe. Hi, Auntie Pat. How are you? Good morning, Sally. How are you? Yeah. So Scorpio Moon, guys, just, if you're feeling intensely around anything, like Julie says, just breathe. All right, you are exactly where you need to be. These challenges are so that you can move onto a more authentic path for yourself and, yeah, just make the adjustments. All right, connect the dots, make a decision. All right, so maybe that list is writing down what your new decision is so that every time your reticular activating system, that pattern recognition part of yourself, when you find yourself in that old pattern, that's my new trajectory. This is how I want to feel. So that is me for today, guys. And I will see you tomorrow. I'm just grateful that it worked today. So nice to be back and mwah, I love you guys.